Okay, let's see if this works any better on DeepSeek now. So I just told him to write a story script for a video game, telling him I'm going to make an RPG game set in medieval times, something kind of gritty like Braveheart. So I'm kind of looking for no magic. I kind of want something interesting like that to me. I don't know why, but that's what I'm feeling, and I'm gonna see if I can go from there. After having some ideas last time, I kind of just realized, let's see, this is what I'm looking for. The world is harsh, unforgiving, morally ambiguous, political intrigue, personal struggles, medieval authenticity. Yeah, this is what I think. The Kingdom of Erendor. I know I've heard that from somewhere before. What is Erendor? I'll have to take a look to see what Erendor is. I don't know what that is. The Iron March, Lawless Mercenaries, The Old King's Legacy. Oh, these are pretty cool. Main storyline. Oh, look at this. We got it already made some playable characters and everything for me. Cool. Look at this. Turn-based combat, which is where we're going to be going. Let's break the story into three acts. The Iron March. The player characters. Oh, wow. Look at this. This is a whole thing already. I don't even have to really get into any more of this for right now. What is it called? It's called the Kingdoms of Erendor. No, it doesn't have a name. But these are the core themes, the setting, main storyline. Got some playable characters. Look at this. We've even got some classes: hunters, brigands, blacksmith, herbalists. All right, cool. Gameplay mechanics, turn-based, non-magic skills. That's what I was saying. I kind of like this idea. Oh, look, it even comes up with some sort of morality system. Oh, that's pretty interesting. We can make some morality. Hey, that's kind of cool. I kind of like that idea. A crafting system. I'm sure I could work with something that makes some crafting. Let's see. Faction reputation. So these are some mechanics. That's pretty cool. And the game has three acts. All right. I like this. I like this. Now let me read it more in depth. I'm just kind of going over it. What is okay? Kingdoms are at war, alliances are fragile, characters are driven by personal motives, medieval. Okay. We're gonna be in the Kingdom of Erendor, which is a fractured realm once united under a single crown, now torn apart by a civil war. The land is divided into warring factions, each vying for control. We've got the Iron March, which is a vast, desolate region where the game begins. It's a lawless land of mercenaries, bandits, and refugees, ruled by warlords and plagued by famine. And we've got here the old king's legacy is the late king's death left a power vacuum, and his heirs, a cruel son and a cunning daughter, are locked in a bitter struggle for the throne. So that's pretty cool. And then we're going to have a Black Banner Rebellion, a group of peasants and disgraced nobles who fight against the oppressive ruling class, but their methods are brutal and divisive. Okay, great. The main storyline. The game begins with the player choosing one of several characters, each with their own backstory and motivations. Their paths converge as they become embroiled in the civil war and the larger conspiracy behind it. So we've got the spark, the assassination of a prominent noble, or a false flag operation ignites open war between the factions. The player characters are caught in the crossfire. Okay. So that's the spark, the journey. The characters must navigate the dangers of the Iron March, forging alliances, battling enemies, and uncovering secrets about the true cause of the war. We've got the conspiracy. The war is being manipulated by a shadowy cabal of merchants, spies, and disgraced knights who seek to profit from chaos. Then we've got a climax, which is the player must choose a side in the final battle for Erendor's capital, with each choice leading to different endings. Great. The aftermath. The player's decision determines the fate of Erendor, whether it falls into further chaos, becomes a tyrannical state, or finds a fragile piece. Sure. And our playable characters, we've got Garrick, the sellsword. He's a mercenary. He's a heavy warrior. He's got some skills: brutal melee attacks, shield bash, rallying cry. See, that's what I'm talking about. I like those kinds of skills right now. Backstory: a disgraced knight turned mercenary. Garrick fights for gold, but secretly seeks redemption for his past failures. Okay, okay, I got him. We got LC the hunter, who is an archer, a range specialist. We got skilled precision shot, traps, and tracking. Backstory: a skilled hunter from the northern woods. Elsie joins the fight to protect her village from marauding armies. Thorn the brigand. He's a rogue. Stealth and sabotage, backstab, poison, lockpicking, and ambush. That's pretty cool. Former thief who rose to lead a band of outlaws. Thorn fights for freedom, but struggles with his own moral code. Sure. We've got Kale the blacksmith. He's a brawler, an unarmed combat guy. That's pretty cool. Powerful punches, grappling, and crafting improvised weapons. Backstory: a blacksmith who lost his forge to the war. Kale fights with his fists to reclaim his livelihood and protect his family. That's a pretty cool class. I've never thought about a class like that. Somebody that is unarmed combat, but also um, making improvised weapons, which is kind of what a blacksmith, would be kind of doing, I guess. Maybe making a powerful axe or powerful sword that only lasts a few turns, maybe. Or maybe, like a fire sword or a fire axe or something like that, that maybe you make it and it's just a consumable that only lasts a few turns before it breaks, maybe. That's kind of cool. Next, we've got what? Mara the herbalist. Hey, that's your medic right there. Skills: healing, poultices, antidotes. That's pretty cool. Maybe healing by herbalist, throwing potions at people. Uh, and I think I read over these mechanics, which is kind of cool. I'll get into that. Let's see the outline though. Let's break the story into three acts. Great, that's what we're looking for. Let's break the story into three acts. The player act one is the Iron March. The player characters are introduced, each with their own prologue mission. So let's see, that would be five characters. You can maybe choose as any of these characters. Should I choose all three, all five of them? I'd have to make five characters, and then we'd have to let you choose between one of them. Let's see. Let's see. You prologue missions, and they'd all have their own missions, perhaps. You got the assassination of a noble sparks the war, and the characters are forced to flee into the Iron March. Great. The player recruits allies, battles bandits, and uncovers clues about the conspiracy. And then we have the gathering term. So I guess the first act is going to be you choose one of these guys, choose one of these characters. They each are got a backstory, and you flee from your town. Right? Is that what's kind of going on? Something happens. You got to flee into the Iron March. The Iron March is some sort of area. Is that what it called it? Let me see. What did it call it? A vast, desolate region where the game begins. It's a lawless land of mercenaries, bandits, and refuge ruled by warlords and plagued by famine. Okay, so war starts. I get it. You have to go into this area. It's kind of lawless. Something's happened. You flee. So there's a bunch of people fleeing, a bunch of people moving into this area. Maybe they're leaving the city or whatever. Let's see. You got to recruit allies. So this is where you meet these other characters that maybe you kind of. It's kind of like a Pokemon situation or a Final Fantasy kind of situation where you choose characters, right? You choose or you gain characters to your party because that's exactly how this RPG Maker works. So that's great. So it's gonna choose find new characters, and we can do that starting off right away in the Iron March. And then we're gonna see Act Two, the Gathering Storm. The characters travel across Arendor, witnessing the devastation. So everybody comes together, y'all go across the country, y'all start seeing everything that's going on. Then you got to choose sides: support the rebels, the royal army, or remain neutral. Okay, so you got to choose what side you're going to be on. The conspiracy deepens as the characters uncover evidence of manipulation by the shadowy cabal. Great. And then we've got Act 3, the Siege of Erendor. The factions converge on the capital for a final brutal battle. The player's choice determines the outcome: who lives, who dies, and who rules Erendor. The ending reflects the player's actions throughout the game with multiple possible outcomes. Okay, so that would be kind of like based off of a morality system. So it'd be like a game that asks you a bunch of questions, maybe. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? Or, and based off of your answers, maybe there's a score system in the background that changes the outcome of games. That's kind of what it's saying here. All right, great. And it says, let me know if you'd like to expand on any of these ideas. So yeah, let's kind of get started. All right, let's see what we can do. Kind of go on something easy. Um, let's see. So this is just a uh, brand new project for RPG Maker. Let's see. You can mostly see it all. Hold on. Turn that down a little bit. And right away it starts off simple enough. I already got some characters. This is pretty much just a brand new project. So great. It lets you have four people. I'm just gonna start off with that. Let's see if this works. Okay, that seems to work. So cool. All right, so what are we doing? Let's start off with, I don't know, first making these characters. You've already got some characters here. I'm just gonna go ahead and change their names to, oh, let's see. I don't think you can see this, can you? Nope. Let me see. Okay, so you do have this database here that I'm taking a look at. So I already have some characters here. Um, if we go back to ChatGPT here or DeepSeek, my bad, this is DeepSeek. Those are some of our characters. Garrick the Sellsword. Let's go ahead and start naming them. Garrick the Sellsword. We're gonna second character. Let's see. Elise, Elsie, and that is the hunter. The sellsword, the hunter. We're gonna go here. The next guy's name was Thorn, the brigand. Four, Kale, the blacksmith, and then five we had Mara, the herbalist. Okay, great. These three we don't really need at the moment. We've got different classes already for them. I'm just gonna go ahead and delete them. No need to have them, right? We can clear them for now. And then Garrick, the sellsword. Let's see. He was a class of mercenary. And let's see, the mercenary was, then we had an archer, and then we had a rogue and a brawler. So, according to RPG Maker, we probably want to go to different classes. Now, you can see there's a bunch of classes already that it kind of comes with, and they have parameters. You can see they all have kind of interesting parameters. Um, I don't know if I'll need them right now. I kind of like these as, let me see, the swords of man, sorcerer, priest, knight, martial artist, hunter, bandit. I think we could use swords of man probably for the mercenary. We can use hunter for the archer. She's literally an archer. We got the brigand, which is a rogue. We could use this guy, the bandit, maybe. Um, there's a brawler, which is unarmed. That's the martial artist, I would say. And then the priest. And we might even go, yeah, he's the disgraced knight turn. Okay, great. We'll go swordsman. I'll turn it into mercenary. Mercenary. I spelled it right, right? Mercenary. Priest I'll call herbalist. Uh, martial artist we'll call rogue, right? No, brawler. He's a brawler. We got a hunter over here, which is our range specialist. She's an archer. Call her hunter, but let's just call her archer. I'll go archer. Bandit. This is our rogue. Um, and herbalist is not actually herbalist. We're gonna call her a medic. That's what the support class is. So we see. So we've got mercenary, archer. We've got rogue, brawler, and medic. Rogue, brawler, and medic. Great. And we go back. Remember, these are our classes here. Garrick the Sellsword, all the way down to medic. So mercenary, archer, rogue, brawler, medic. Great. That's what we're doing. That's where we're at. Um, Let's go ahead and apply that now. So Garrick was a mercenary. Great. Elsie was not a mercenary. Elsie is the archer. Thorn was the brigand. The brigand is what was he? The brigand is the brawler. No, he's the rogue. The brigand is the rogue. Kale is the blacksmith. He's the brawler. Mara, the herbalist, is a medic. And so now we can apply that and just save it for now. Okay. All right. Now, first off, we need to, when you start the game, we need to add an event here that lets you choose who do you want to play as. So how would we do that? Let me find out. Let's see. We're gonna go ahead and do a new event, and I'm just gonna call it the init event. Initializes. This initializes the game. So I don't know. I'm not really gonna teach all this. I'm just gonna do it. So you're gonna let's go with a I don't know what happens. Walking the trigger, we're gonna trigger, but we're just gonna auto run this. This is an auto run that doesn't need any kinds of anything like that. So let me see. We're just gonna initialize the game. What happens immediately when you run the game? Show choices. So we're gonna probably change party member. Oh, you change as an actor, the party member. Yeah, we're probably gonna need to do something like that. We're probably gonna change. Let's see, change level. We change state, change name, change class. So let's see. We're not gonna transfer. Let's see, gather. Just looking at everything. I haven't taken a look at this in quite a while. So let me see. I think we're gonna want to go ahead and show choices. So we're gonna do a background window. We got a position. We've got choices right here. Um, we're gonna say, oh, you know what? I got an idea. I got an idea here. Let's take a look at what I'm seeing. Let's go to back to this. Okay, great. I've started making the game. The first thing that needs to happen is that the player needs to choose a character, a starting player, right? However, I feel like there should be an introduction uh, explaining the situation before there are choices presented to the player to choose their starting character. Please provide a short intro that leads into the player choosing their character. Great. Let's see what it has to tell me. So I feel like what we need is we need some text that maybe starts off and tells you, hey, this is blah blah blah, this is what's going on. You need to choose a character. Who do you want to play as? And then it gives you a choice, and then we start that. So let's see. Um, kind of getting a whole thing here. So, all right, it's got a whole thing. Let's see what it tells me. Absolutely. A strong introduction is crucial to set the tone and immerse the player in the world. Here's a short intro that explains the situation and leads into the character's selection, he says. Okay, the screen fades in from black, accompanied by the sound of crackling fire and distant screams. The camera pans over a war-torn landscape, burning villages, fleeing peasants, and soldiers clashing in the distance. The narrator speaks in the grim, withered voice. Narrator, Erendor, once a proud and united kingdom, now lies in ruins. The death of, okay, so this is the narrator, has plunged the land into chaos. His heirs, ruthless praise, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to read this kind of quick in my head. We got some of that. The camera's zooming in on the dusty crossroads. I'm not going to probably do all this real quick. I'm just going to start with maybe a map. Choose your path. This just kind of started with fade in black. Okay, so let's fade in black, and then we're gonna probably go with this text right here, this text, and then maybe we'll show a map. Maybe I'll show a map. I won't show any. No, I'm gonna just start off black for right now. I'm gonna get the text in. Here's the text on screen. Choose your path. Each hero has their own story, their own struggles, and their own, who will you become? And then you get a choice right here. Okay. All right. Let's go with that for right now. We got some simple text. We got some narration, and then this text. Great. That's all I'm looking for right now. Okay. So first off, what's gonna happen is when we start the game, this is right here. If you notice, this is the player start. So the player is just gonna start right away. Remember, I was able to just walk around. So I really kind of, let me see, if I go to the settings, we go to, I want to say settings, so start in transparent. So we're going to start in transparent. So that way, when I start, this guy is going to be a transparent. I also probably don't want this, I just want black. So how can I make everything black? I think we could do this. And let's see, I think we could, how do I do this? Oh, that's the shadow. There it goes. We'll do something like that. I don't know if I can just make it black. Everything will just be, let's see what this looks like. So I'm gonna save it, save the game, changes, yep. And yeah, great. Everything's gonna be black. I don't know if I can move around, but everything will just start off black. Cool. That is what I'm looking for. That is great. Okay, and so now we can get started. Let's go back into this. The init switch. Let's just go ahead and get started with some text then. So let's show some scrolling text, right? And let me go ahead and copy what I had, the narrator. Let's see, copy that, paste that right here. I'm probably gonna want to go ahead and do a whole bunch of, yeah, let's get rid of this. Um, okay. All right. I'm not sure if that was visible, but it was visible for me. So, there, I've written some text, and then It's gonna fade to black. Let's give it a little bit of, let's see. And then we're gonna do, let's do a message box next. New, and I guess let's just show text. And the next text, oh, okay, let me see if I can add this. Okay, and now we're gonna go ahead and get the other text where it says, who will you become? Let's put this in the middle. Background, we'll go window. There's a preview of it. And now we do, I guess, the choices. Show choices. And we're just gonna go ahead and just put in their names for right now. What are these character names? Let me find out. I'm trying to remember. Garrett. Um, else, else, the hunter. And then we're gonna go with Thorn, the brigand. Or you're gonna be Kale, the blacksmith. And then I'm gonna go 5, you're Mara, the herbalist. Window, we're gonna go window, we're gonna go in the middle. Default choice is number one. Default choice, there is no D. Disallow. You cannot you can't have it. Okay. Alright, okay. And so that looks good because now what we're gonna do is we have this. Let's see. Alright. So now if we take a look at that, let's see what happens. Oh, nothing is happening. Why is nothing happening? Let's go back and find out. So this is supposed to run auto run, and I guess we should technically. Okay, now my microphone is working. So there goes, it kind of runs. There's the text, and then choose your path. Each hero has their own story, their own struggles, and their own destiny. You can choose who you want to choose. Let's just say I chose Garrett the Sellsword. Okay, great. Nothing really happens. Now is the point that we probably let's go ahead and get started again. I wonder if maybe I can turn the screen black. I think maybe I can. So if we go add new, can you change the screen black? Wait, so it's gotta be right here. Fade out screen. Uh, okay. Why would I want to fade out the screen? Because actually I do want to go back to this. Go back here, get some grass, fill that in with grass. So when this starts, you don't want to see the grass, and you don't want to see the character. But after you, let's see, you, we're gonna fade in the screen. So let's see this. We get the. You notice how I did see the green. So I don't like that. I don't want to see that green when we first get started. Let's see, but it keeps going. Let's keep going. I'm fast forwarding it. Garrett the Sword, and then there is the map. Can't see myself. I started transparent. It's over time because I want to press the game. See how it's green before it fades black. So I don't want that. So in order to solve that problem, I'm gonna have to do the map. We'll go to this. We'll manage this map. I'll call it the init map because this is the initialization map. First, okay, go ahead and go back here. Um, I needed to make all of this. How did I do that? Do this. So I do all of that. This is the init. What I need to do is I need to make a new map. So let's go load sample map. And look it, I know it comes already with quite a few maps, so let's just go ahead and choose the map for right now. This will be an abandoned town. We have an abandoned town number. It's supposed to be like a town gets attacked, and we're gonna go into the so we're into that's kind of right now. I don't know what else was abandoned outside temples, abandoned house. So we'll just go with abandoned town for right now. Great, we've got a map with an abandoned town. Um, cool. We'll just start off with this. I don't want to get too crazy with it, but we'll start our characters. So we'll call it abandoned town. So, never mind what decision you make for right now. I'll just switch it. What happens is we don't need a fade out screen. Well, actually, we do, let's see, what we'll do here is we'll move the character. New, we'll transfer the player, and we're gonna move him to abandoned town. And where will we start him off in the abandoned town? Maybe we'll start him off right here. Start him off right there. And he's gonna, okay. Let's move this fade screen over here. So fade in screen. We're also gonna need to actually uh, new. Before that, we're gonna also need to get our character. And how do we make him visible again? I think what we have to do is we've got to set a movement route. And it's going to be for the parent, I mean for the player, and it is going to be transparent off. Because it starts off transparent. We're going to wait for completion. I guess we don't have to wait for completion, which is okay. And he's going to become visible, and you're going to transfer the player, set movement player, turn him transparent off, fade in screen, and then we're gonna just, okay, great. Let's apply, okay. Let's check this out to see how this works. So great, we're going here, for better or worse. It doesn't matter who I choose. There I go. And now I'm in town. Cool. Can't go into the houses or anything yet. Need to make all these maps. But that's exactly what I'm looking for. Let's try it one more time. Once a proud and united kingdom now lies in ruins. Okay, see how there's no green behind the background anymore. We've got the text, it comes up, it's great. We have some text, for better or for worse. Choose your character, choose your path. Who will you become? I noticed that I did forgot to take out those quotation marks. Dylan the Brigand heads back in, and I have these people. I only have two people in my party because the other people do not exist anymore that I deleted earlier. Okay, great. Okay, let's see. So now if we go back, what do we need to do? We need to do something. So when Garrick the sellsword, you need to let's see, how do we transfer player? I think it was on this party. Party. Change party member. So okay. Okay, come to think about it, let's go, let's cancel this. Let's bring up the database. The database has, where is it? Starting position, system two. Uh, where is it? Here it is. I missed it. Kill. We're gonna go ahead and I guess delete these guys. Delete him. Delete him. There's nobody in your starting party. So I'm also gonna turn off the music. Title screen. Look, we can change the pictures. Let's go with the wasteland. Cool. And then draw the game title. I think there's music. Where's the music? Music. The title screen. I'm gonna turn this off. I don't want any music right now. Oh, I don't know where I played it. Okay, fine. All right. So now we've got no starting character. So in Garrick the Sellsword, what you need to do is you need to change party members. You're gonna add. What does that mean? Initialize. I don't know what that means. Oh yeah, I guess you just initialize the character. Same thing here. Change party members, but we're gonna choose else. We're gonna initialize her at that point. With Thorn the Brigand, change party member. We're gonna say Thorn. We're gonna initialize them. Kale the Blacksmith. You're gonna change party members. You're gonna add Kale. Add it. Okay. Same thing over here now with Mara. Initialize. So everybody is getting initialized. So depending on who you are, you're gonna go to that town. Okay. Now let's apply. Now let's see what happens. Depending on your character that you choose. All right, no music. We got a new game here. We're gonna kind of scroll through this real fast, but choose your path. We're gonna choose Garrick, and Garrick is the main guy. Okay, so Garrick's the main guy. Let's see what happens. And if you notice, there was only one character running around this time. So we got this. Go back through it. Choose your path. We got else. Okay, this time we got the woman, the girl. Great, I can't go through that, but we do have a different character. Okay, great. Let's just keep testing. Um, and it's Thorn the Brigand this time. See, we got Thorn. He's a brigand. There's a lot going on in this map, I feel like. I think I can control it with my mouse. I think there's a lot of things I can't walk on. Anyway, okay, just testing that out. Let's keep going. I think we had one more character, two more characters, maybe. Testing out. Kill the blacksmith. Either way. And then one more. I'm having such problems with controls. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I am clicking on places I can't go. Okay, okay, all right. But that does work. It seems to work. You choose the character and you get started in the town. All right, great. What did chat? What did the DeepSeek have to say happens next? Let's think about this. What happens next? So it talks about the transition to gameplay. Once the player selects a character, the, the screen fades to black. The game begins with that character's prologue mission. For example, if the player chooses Garrick, the game opens with him defending a tavern from bandits. That's pretty cool. We can do that. So the introduction sets the stage for the games. So the player chooses Garrick. The game opens with him defending a tavern from bandits. The player chooses Else. The game begins with her sneaking to ambush enemy scouts. Cool. Okay, cool. That's cool. Oh no, what happened here? Hold on just a moment. Let's see if I can fix this. Did I break everything? Of course I broke everything. Okay. Um, okay. I think I fixed it. Cool. That sounds cool. What am I saying? That sounds cool. Okay, great. What am I saying? What am I trying to tell them? Please give me some more details for Garrett's opening. All right, let's dive into. We'll just kind of build them out one by one. And I'm not gonna like change too much, just like what I did. I got the text. I might maybe do all the cool opening stuff with the animation. We'll maybe get into that later and see what I can do about that. But let me see. And in fact, I think I'll put some notes. Come back to it. We think about it. The opening cinematic text scroll right here. When he started, the screen fades in from black, accompanied by the sound of crackling fire on the screens. What I'm gonna do right here, RPG. I'm gonna go over here. Um, what I'm gonna do is get back right here. This is I'm gonna new and I'm gonna put a comment. You can always put comments. So I'm gonna put a comment. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that I can read it properly, which I don't think the camera is picking this up, but let me finish it. There you go. Okay, there we go. I put a comment there. That always lets me know I can finish that up later. And then there was also more the crossroads. Let's see. So let's go back over here and choose your window after you choose your character. Let's go to new. We'll put a new comment. And again, let me fix my text. Okay, so there I've got a comment. So I'll remember that later. That way I can go in and try to do some of that at a later time where the screen fades in from black, accompanied by the sound of crackling fire. I can maybe get some fire sounds, some distant screams, over a war-torn landscape, burning villages, fleeing peasants. So I can figure something out with that, which sounds kind of cool. I do have some fires. I gotta go through all my assets But that is pretty cool for right now. Apply. Make sure I got that. I'm gonna do all this. I'm gonna okay it. Mm, one moment. Hold on. I'm gonna have to take a little break right now. So hold on one moment. I will be right back. Okay, I forgot where I was at. Okay, now I think I remember. What are we doing? We are trying to play out what comes next in this character. Let's see, I made my comments. Bandit leader. Okay, so it's got a whole opening scenario painted out for this guy, Garrick. What does he tell us? He says the screen fades into the sound of clashing. Okay, of clashing steel, roaring flames, and panicked shouts. The camera focuses on Garrick, a grizzled man in his late 30s, sitting alone at a dimly lit table in a rundown tavern. He's polishing his sword, his face hardened by years of battle. Okay, great. That sounds cool already. Um, I wasn't paying attention. Where am I? He's polishing his sword, his face hardened by years of battle. A half-empty tankard of ale sits in front of him. The tavern is filled with the usual crowd, mercenaries, travelers, and locals. But the atmosphere is tense. Garrett, thinking to himself, another day, another coin. This damned war has made killers of us all. But what's one more scar on a soul already blackened? Nice. Suddenly, the door bursts open. A wounded man stumbles in, clutching his side. The room falls silent. Wounded man, bandits, they're coming. They've set fire to the stables. Chaos erupts. Patrons scramble for their weapons while others flee out the back. Garrett sighs, downs the rest of his ale, and stands up, gripping his sword. Garrick, to himself, looks like the gold won't earn itself. And then the gameplay begins. The player takes control of Garrick as bandits storm the tavern. This mission serves as a tutorial for combat mechanics, introducing basic moves like attacking, blocking, and using special abilities. Objectives: defend the tavern from bandits. Rescue the tavern keeper is an optional thing. Escape the burning building. So key moments: mechanics, light attack, quick sword strikes, heavy attack, slower but more powerful blows. Block reduces incoming damage. Garrick's rallying cry ability is introduced, a shout that boosts his morale, temporarily increasing his damage. The tavern keeper, a middle aged woman named Marta, is cornered by bandits. The player can choose to save her or focus on fighting the bandits. If saved, Marta gives Garrick a key to the cellar where he can find a healing poultice and a better weapon, a warhammer or a reinforced shield. That's pretty much with ideas. The fire spreads. As the battle rages, the fire spreads, collapsing parts of the ceiling and blocking exits. The player must navigate the burning tavern, avoid falling debris, and finding a way out. A tougher enemy, the bandit leader, appears in the final room. He has more health and deals more damage, forcing the player to use blocking and special abilities effectively. Defeating him rewards Garrick with a unique item, e.g., a ring that increases defense. Throughout the mission, Garrick's personality shines through his dialogue and the player's choices. When the bandits attack, you picked the wrong tavern, lads. Let's see if you fight as well as you burn. If the player saves Marta, thank you, stranger. I don't have much, but take this key. There's something in the cellar that might help you. Save your thanks, just stay out of my way, he tells her. If the player ignores Marta, she's not my problem. Survival's a cruel game, and I've got my own thing to worry about. Okay, okay. Escape after defeating the bandit leader, Garrett makes his way to the tavern's back exit. The camera pans to show the burning building collapsing behind him as he steps into the night. He pauses for a moment, looking at the flames, then sheathes his sword and walks away. Another fire, another fight. When will it end? Maybe never, but as long as there's gold to be had, I'll keep swinging this blade. So he's a mercenary, I get it. Screen fades to black, and the title card appears. Erendor, Shadows of the Iron March. That's the name of this game, apparently. I didn't call it that, but I guess it has called it that. I didn't think I remember seeing that name, but that is what it's called. The tutorial recap. We got some combat basics, light, heavy attacks, blocking, and special abilities. We got a morality system. The choice to save murder or not introduces the player to the game's moral dilemmas. Exploration. Searching the cellar teaches the player to look for hidden items and rewards. This opening sets the stage for Garrick's story, establishes the game tone, and gives the player a taste of the combat and decision making that will encounter throughout the game. All right, well, let's see how we can kind of get started on that. Let me take a look. What can we do here? So I guess if we think about it, we need to make let's see. We started with abandoned town, but let's go ahead and let me see. An abandoned town might be. We can do that later. I can do that. Let's see. What we're gonna want to do is we're gonna have to make a new map. Let's see if I can load a sample map. And we're going into a tavern. So we got a bar right here. That already looks pretty cool. We've got a bar right away. We got a slum. That's pretty cool. A slum is kind of cool. Um, big city, small. To anything other Chinese restaurant. That seems a little not what we're looking for. Um, the hotels? No, those are hotels. Office. Casino? That's too much casino. Temple interior. So let's just go with what we found already, which there was a bar. So I don't even have to get too crazy with it. Where was it? I lost it. How did I lose it? There it is, bar. Okay. So we've made a map and we've got a bar right here. So we'll go the bar and what will we do? We will go back to the initialize and we'll go here to transfer the player. We're going to go ahead and delete that. And we're going to go to new right here. And at this point, we're going to transfer the player. So let's transfer player and we're going to transfer him to the bar. And we'll put him here in the corner, right? Should we put him in the bottom, middle? What should we put him like right here? He's in the back corner maybe. And designation of barrel is his direction. Let's have him facing the left. And what does this say? When moving, fade. Okay, okay. So now it will open up. It'll be right there, and we're gonna apply it. Okay. So now what will happen is he'll be sitting at this place, facing the left. Actually, let's put him in this middle one. We'll see in the middle one. That way it looks like he's eating this too. He's got some food and he's oh, it said he had a big cup of ale in front of him. This is the one with the ale. So I guess technically we'll put him right here. Yeah, let's change him out and put him right there. So cancel. Let's edit this. Put a big old bar right there. And instead of facing right, we're gonna have him facing right. No, let's have him facing up. So it's like he's drinking his drink. It says he's polishing his sword or whatever. But whatever. So we're gonna go over here. He's gonna be sitting right here. Okay, great. What else did what else did the internet tell me? What did the AIs tell me to do? He said the screen fades into the sound of crashing steel, roaring flames, and another day, another. Okay, sitting in a dimly lit table in a rundown tavern. Well, close enough. Um, Polishing sword, battle over to the Brimstone's usual crowd. So there's a usual crowd. So there's a bunch of people in here. So I guess what we could do is we could already start maybe adding characters, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and add a new event. And I always like to look at events. Oh, look, what does it already? It already has some events for the fire. Okay, sure. I wonder if I can add a new. No, I can't find add new ones. So whatever, that's fine by me. These are all just running. Can I copy and paste these? Edit. I can simply edit them, which is fine by me. Fine. What we'll do is I'll make a new one, and where will I put it? I'll put it. I don't know. I'll put it right here at the corner. New, and we'll call it the initialization. This will be the one that just automatically set the. Oh, I'm on this. Let's see. Show text. We're just. This will be the one that gets everything going. And you know, so we'll start off with this guy. He's right here. Right now. I know what this is. We'll put some of this kid right here. Stephanie always makes him look kind of cool. So we'll do it over here. People too. Let's go with an old person. Sure, that's fine. This table and we'll go with people for this guy. Okay. All right. So I did forget to start facing down. Let's see. It starts this time. It starts. You can see. You'll see how the walking kind of makes them look, in my opinion, a little bit more reasonable or whatever. Standing there. Nobody. I think I'll have maybe I'll turn it backwards and maybe everybody else is standing and you're the only one walking. I have to wonder. I feel like them walking kind of just gives them, that they're there, but they are supposed to be sitting. So let's something. Let's go back and turn off the walking, the stepping, apply. Okay, let's turn off some of them. Stepping, apply. Okay, we'll turn these people, and then that way these two guys are still walking. And let's, um, you know what? Does it have a set? It doesn't show you which way. Okay, so over here, what we want to do is before that, we're gonna set a movement route for the player, and we're gonna have you turn up, turn up, and let's see you turn on the second animation and apply, and then great, it starts automatically, jumps over there, and you know what? Let's turn these guys off after all. I want to see what it looks like when everybody is not walking except for you. Nobody's stepping except for you. You're facing up. So yeah, you see how I'm the only one standing or walking, stepping, I guess, and I'm facing up, and everybody else is just sitting. That way, you kind of get an idea that you're the main character right here. And I can move already, but that's not what I want to do. So that's not what I want to do. Go back to ChatGPT. I keep calling it ChatGPT, but this is DeepSeek. So we've got kind of this going on. He says, let's see, what does he says? He says another day, another coin. This time the war has made killers of us all. But what's one more scar on a soul? Okay. Uh, all right. So I'll copy this because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it over here and I'll go ahead and put it on this guy here. So uh, let's see. I'm not sure. I don't even know if that means you haven't been seen. Hmm. Oh, and it doesn't even show up. Oh well, whatever. Let's see. I'll just keep going. So from right here, what was I doing? You want to show some text. You want to show the face of we're gonna put in this text though. Let's another day, another car is there, right? Killers of it all. This at the bottom, and we're gonna put Garrett over here, and we're gonna apply that. We're gonna find out what the space was. Let me see. I might want to actually. No, I'll change that next time. Um, I just did that's this guy. Okay, and then apply. So he's got some text here. Oh no, actually, let's do this. Hold on. Okay, great. I think this makes this even easier now. Okay, yeah, there you go. Now you can actually see what's going on here. Now I'll make this bigger. And a better computer, this video card can't handle it. I just missed everything. So let's try that again. So it plays, and we're gonna name that. This is where it's gonna start. Another, okay. Uh, you can't even see this damn war has made blah of us all. It's more blah blah blah. So I gotta really take a look at that because this is what he's saying. I don't like any of how that looks. So let's go back. Edit. War has, I don't remember what he says. This damn war. Let's go ahead and just stop it right here. I thought I had fixed this, but I guess I did not. And then we're gonna go right here. What happened here? Was that what we're looking for? I kind of need to do. What is do? Let's see, bottom. Okay, so window. Apply. I'm not entirely sure that did that right. I don't know why it's not filled. It's transparent with you. So, that's what I want it to look like. Okay, so I know what these things behind it. So, let's go back now to what is DeepSeek trying to say? Suddenly, the door bursts open. A wounded man stumbles in, clutching his side. The room falls silent. Bandits, they're coming. They've set fire to the stables. Okay, so a guy busts in. Um, comes in. Let's see. Uh, table. He's polishing his sword. Suddenly the door bursts in. Okay, let's see how we can. I don't know. Come up with that then. So, all right. So we're gonna have to have a guy. Somebody that's damage one. Let's come in and he's taking damage. So damage one is at people one. Damage one is actually actor one. Okay. So let's go with actor since he's it's SF. I don't know what SF stands for. Maybe that's just a part of people. This is a whole bunch of people here. Okay, we'll just go with actor three, and we'll come up with this guy. No, we'll come up with this guy, I guess. Say he's okay. We're gonna actually, he's gonna be, well, I guess he's gonna start off transparent. So none, and we're gonna call him. We're gonna call it Wounded Man, right? Wounded Man. So he's the Wounded Man. Wounded Man. And this is gonna be something that he has a trigger button, but this is gonna be he is let's put a switch that needs to be enabled. Switch one. We'll just go with the first switch. Uh, and we're gonna call this. Actually, you know what? We don't even need to do all that. I'll do it all through the discard changes. No, he's just gonna be like this for right now. That's all he is. He's gonna be invisible. So we're gonna after we deal with this guy, soul already, and then we're gonna put a new one. We're gonna maybe I think we're gonna wait for a little while. Should we wait? Let me see. Control timer. I don't know. I think that actually puts some sort of timer. I don't know. Let me see. Probably on the screen. I think that that's what that does. Wait. Ah, there it is. Wait. We'll wait for 120 frames, which is 60 seconds. And then what we'll do is we'll do a set movement route, but not for the player. We're gonna do it for the wounded man. We're gonna make sure he is turned up, and then we're gonna go ahead and what we're gonna do change image. So now we're gonna change his image to what did we do? We said actor three, and I'm gonna give him this guy. So actor three, and he's gonna come in. He's gonna move. He's gonna move up, and actually, he's gonna wait a second, and he's gonna move up and wait another second, and then we're gonna go ahead and change his where's his walking his change his image, and we'll change his image to damage. Damage three was this guy. Oh wait, no, uh, that was not what I was looking for. Damage two. I guess it's damage one. Damage two. I could have sworn I had damage three ready for this guy. That's the damage one. Why did I lose this guy? Why did I use this guy? I used this guy. Damage three. None of these are his though. Is one of these guys there? Who's got the sword on his back? One of these guys got the sword on his back. Oh, here he is. This guy. And so that's the. So we're doing actor three. So we're editing this guy, actor three, and he's gonna be facing down. So then what we're gonna do is edit this, and yeah, this guy right here. Okay, great. And then wait for completion. That goes, that applies. All right, well, let's see what that looks like. Another day, another coin. This damn war has made killers of us all. But what's one more scar on the soul already blackened? Look at there's this guy. Oh, and then he turned into somebody else. Oops. So let me expand this game. So we need to move the camera over and look. He did not die the correct person. We need to move him walk up. Let's see. One, he starts off right here. One, two is all we had him walk, and then he collapses. So we need to have him one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. And then we'll have him walk. Okay. So let's try that again. Edit. And then we're going to go ahead and turn up. We're going to get rid of this. And we're going to get rid of this. And we're going to get rid of this for right now. No, I'm not going to get rid of that. Let's go. Uh, okay, so move up three, four, five, six, seven. Turn, and then we're going to have you turn left. Well, you don't even have to turn left. I think you can just move left. Just get rid of that. Move left. And then we wait 60 seconds, move left, wait 60 seconds, and then you're gonna turn down. And then we're gonna move this image down right here. I'm gonna put this right here. Cut, paste. All right. And let's see that now. There he goes. Probably want to move the camera a little bit. So right here, we waited 120 frames. And then we're gonna go to right here. We're gonna move the camera. Right. Let's see. Move pictures, screen, scroll map. We're gonna scroll the map to the right. No, right, the right. We're gonna go one, two, three, four, five. Wait for completion. Um, okay, great. And then let's also start getting into some. Let's see. We're gonna Where are my, let's see, sound effects? System settings, battle map. Wasn't there audio? Here it is, audio. Play sound effect. And we're gonna look for a door. These are also just the door one. They're kind of loud. Let's go with door one. So, bam, you kick open the door. Here comes this guy, and he walks up a little bit. And let's see what that looks like now. So it'd be kind of cool at that point to have everybody just kind of jump, right? Now we can throw in some details here. Oh no, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Oh no, it's getting kind of late for me. Actually, I better stop it right here for right now. I think this is where I'm gonna end it. I'm making this AI game. It's pretty cool. I've already gotten so far a little bit into it. It's all designed, at least story-wise, by the AI. I guess I'm gonna go with DeepSeek. I was using ChatGPT, but then it broke down on me earlier and it wasn't working. We'll see how DeepSeek works. Everybody's been going off on it, and so talking real highly about it. So, but anyway, I'm gonna end this stream for tonight right here, and I'll pick up with it later, and I'll try to do this tomorrow a little bit. I want to make this game kind of just all AI and see what how it ends up. See what the AI can create. Um, all right, cool.